If you want fresh, new, innovative ideas, you're going to have to get them from outside of your industry. You and I need to go to the wrong meetings. You will learn things you could never learn if you only go to telco meetings. Seriously, I went to a grocery meeting in Chicago. Big Coca-Cola study was revealed. Here's what you find out. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, half of us still don't know what we want for dinner at 6. 2 hours before you're supposed to eat, you don't know what you... Are you in this group? We're in this group. You call your spouse and say, hey, you know what you want for dinner? No, I don't know. I'm not even hungry. It's only 4. I don't know what I want. Well, okay, all right. I guess I'll go by the store and get one of them hot chickens then, I guess. That's what I'm doing. The grocery industry had to come up with a hot chicken for you because you can't decide what you want for dinner. Do you know this? 18% of the food that you buy never even makes it home. You're eating in the car on the way to some appointment. You know what that's a trend of? That's an indication that we are a time-starved society. We have no time. We can't plan meals 2 hours before we're supposed to eat it. Now, I'd never heard this put this way before. Research backed up. Took it to my next meeting, which was McCormick and Schmick's seafood restaurants. They've got 90 of these beautiful restaurants throughout North America. I convinced Doug Schmick to run his radio ads at 3:30 with the message, if you haven't decided what you want for dinner tonight, and we know you haven't, why don't you think about McCormick and Schmick's? We have 30 varieties of fresh seafood. We'll do the dishes for you. Go home to a nice, clean, warm home. He does it. Spikes revenue $2 million in 5 weeks. And you think, oh my, that's very creative. That's so inventive. No, it's not. It's theft. We stole an idea from the grocery industry and then put it on the restaurant industry. That's what I'm talking about. I'm also really curious about what makes certain salespeople successful. And one superstar told me this: the person with the best story wins. That's how you make yourself absolutely necessary to the customer. The best story people know that customers will only buy their goods and services when they buy you first. And they establish that rapport with extreme curiosity and emotion. When you sell emotion, this is what you do. You show extreme interest in other people. I learned this in broadcasting. When I was a talk show host, we were taught to do something that most salespeople are not taught to do. We were taught to show extreme interest in other people. If we ever hear ourselves talking about ourselves, shut up. It is not about us. For a talk show, we only have these people for 7 minutes. We have to do the best we can do to create instant rapport and get them to open up and say things they would not normally tell other people. I'm going to show you an abbreviated interview that I did with the late billionaire Malcolm Forbes, and I've even ticked off how many questions I asked him.
Well, I want to get to our audience because I know they've got a lot of questions for Malcolm Forbes. Can we do that?
If you were to lose all of your money today, what would you want to do for a living?
Find it.
After that interview, he's a great guest, by the way, he grabs my arm and he goes, you know, Ross, you're a fascinating young man. Would you like to go hot air ballooning with me and Elizabeth Taylor on the weekend? And so on Saturday, I've got Elizabeth Taylor here, Malcolm Forbes here in a hot air balloon in Napa Valley, wondering how did I get in the Billionaire Boys Club? He thought I was fascinating because I was asking questions about him. If you want to have instant rapport with people, if you want to create relationships that get off to on the right foot, focus on them. Those people can't wait to run back and see you so they can talk about themselves. I hired this quirky aeronautical engineer as a comedy writer. His name is Bill Nye. And one night, a big guest canceled just minutes before airtime. And even though Bill had never been on television, he taught us how confidence and expertise can make high pressure look pretty easy. I look across at Bill Nye, whose face is buried in his magazine. He's oblivious to our problem. I say, Bill, look up for a second. We have a problem here. Do you have any experiments? Do you have any demonstrations in any of your magazines that would be amusing? Just for a few minutes, I got to put somebody on TV. He doesn't even hesitate. He looks up from his magazine and he goes, yeah, you know, I think I could do something kind of hilarious with a tub of liquid nitrogen. Here's the first time Bill was ever on TV.
Scientists, for example, here's an ordinary onion.
Yeah.
Okay, now how would you dice it? You'd use a cutting board, maybe a knife.
Right. Yeah.
Take you a few minutes, right?
Okay. In the liquid
Into the liquid nitrogen. Doesn't take long at all.
that brilliant? Joe, I went up to him afterward and I said, Bill, that was amazing. We have got to have you on and do that again. And he looked at me and he goes, yeah, I'm surprised you guys hadn't already thought of that. You can't think of everything. You can't think of every great idea and great innovation and great sales trick and sales. You can't think of everything. Mine the experience and differences of other people. Meeting planners will sometimes ask me if I can be interactive with their group, and the answer is yes. Engaging people one-on-one is what I did as a comedian and as a talk show host. And you know that some of the best meeting moments have happened when the speaker was able to handle a little unpredictability.
He sends me flowers for no occasion.
No occasion that you know of. With as much square footage as the motorcycles, they offer motor clothing for women. Wow. Did I just get glaucoma? Skinner. Is that your phone?
From stand-up comedian to Emmy Award-winning television host, to human resource training film producer, to business author, and now one of the most profound and enthusiastic keynote speakers in America on motivation, business relevance, and customer empathy.